welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be my second trimester symptoms and kind of an update on how my second trimester went for me and yeah, the symptoms that I experienced and maybe some things that you can expect. So currently I am 28 weeks pregnant, 28 weeks and 1 day. So I rolled over into my third trimester yesterday, so that's very exciting. And yeah, so the first thing that I want to talk about, we'll get into like the happy symptoms first. So obviously the best part of the second trimester was feeling baby move. I felt the first kicks probably at the end of 15 weeks. But obviously when you're that early, I feel like you doubt yourself because they come as quickly as they go, and then as soon as it's gone you're like, what was that? And then it doesn't happen again straight away sometimes, so you're just, you know, it feels very kind of like bubbles. I don't know, it's like a tapping, I don't know, it's really subtle. Yeah, so I was just kind of experiencing just a few little flutters throughout 16 weeks, but it wasn't until 18 weeks where I was like, okay, yes, this is my baby moving. And then yeah, it just got stronger and stronger, and I started being able to see the baby kicking from the outside maybe around 18 weeks as well, in 18-19 weeks, and like catching it on video. So yeah, that was really exciting. So I've got my list here of all the symptoms that I'm just gonna go through. Yeah, so that was the nice symptoms of the second trimester. And also getting to see baby on the ultrasound at 20 weeks, that was also really special. We are having a girl, which is just amazing. I'm so excited. I've always wanted a baby girl, so I just feel so blessed. Yeah, so the start of my second trimester honestly feels so long ago. So I experienced nausea and vomiting in my first trimester quite badly. Mostly the nausea was really bad, but I wasn't constantly throwing up like I know some people are, so I definitely feel lucky in like some degree. But yeah, unfortunately my nausea didn't really slow down until after, like, it got a lot less after 14 weeks, but it then kind of came back around 16 weeks, and I was still throwing up occasionally and just still not 100% until yeah, maybe like 17-18 weeks. Now I don't get any kind of, it's not the same kind of nausea. It's like my it's a bit like reflux, because I feel like all my organs are pushed up, so like food just wants to come up and I just feel a bit uncomfortable, and just maybe having everything squished makes me feel a bit nauseous, but it's not that hormonal nausea that you get in the first trimester. So yeah, I feel amazing, just 100% better than what it was. So yeah, the next symptom I want to talk about was, this is actually another cool symptom. I started leaking a little bit of colostrum. Well, I didn't really leak, I was curious, so I squeezed my nipple just to see if anything would come out, and just the tiniest little bead of clear liquid came out at 17 weeks, and I was like, oh my god, what? I was so surprised to see, you just don't, I don't know, it's just, you're just not used to anything coming out of your nipples. So that was really cool. I didn't actually realize that it would be more of a clear substance. I thought it was going to be more like golden, but yeah, apparently Google says that's normal, and yeah, so that's cool. I don't really get much out. I don't do it often, just occasionally, just to see. It's definitely increased a little bit, but I'm not one of those people that's leaking out of their tops at all. like I know some people do in their second trimester, but yeah, that's it, just a tiny bit. The next symptom is probably one of the most difficult symptoms that I've had, and I don't think it's the same for everyone. When I like asked my midwife and stuff, she didn't really seem too concerned, but she wasn't, it's not just like the classic round ligament pain. I get really sore. My whole lower tummy feels like it's like just really achy and crampy, but it's not like cramps that come and go, you know, when you have a period cramp and it's like you feel it and then it kind of eases off and then it's like, oh, you feel it again, it's like tightening or anything like that. It's more just a constant dull, sometimes not dull, sometimes quite uncomfortable, like cramp, like, oh, I can't explain it very well, but it's in my lower belly. And it's almost like I feel my muscles are just not coping with stretching apart in my lower tummy, and everything's just really like stretching in the inside. That's all I know how to explain it. It's weird. I do get a little bit of round ligament pain as well, where it shoots kind of, you know, down the side, but not very often. Another really sore symptom is hip pain. I get hip pain in my left hip, oh my god, all the time. It's so sore. When I lie on something hard, like if we're at the beach or if I'm on, like lying on a hard sunbed, or like even if I'm lying sometimes like on a firm couch or just anything, it's like it starts aching and it just gets progressively worse until I like adjust, and sometimes no matter which way I adjust myself, it just doesn't stop and it's really achy and sore. Yeah, and it seems to just be mostly my left hip. I don't know if it's because I already had loose hips before I was pregnant. I used to get clicking in my hips sometimes. Yeah, so I don't know if that's like contributing and it's just like been exacerbated by pregnancy, but yeah, it's not all the time. It just flares up, and sometimes it can just be achy throughout the day. But yeah, still like not the worst. What's another one? Bleeding gums. This one hasn't been around for that long. I feel like I only started getting more irritated gums maybe like around 23, 24 weeks. Yeah, just whenever I brush my teeth, they're just more sensitive. Yeah, and when I floss, it's just so much more blood, kind of gross, and yeah, really annoying. Another one is my boobs have been sore. They only just stopped hurting in the last few weeks, actually. They've really subsided. I still have sensitive-ish nipples, but yeah, they said, oh, your boobs are gonna stop hurting when you get into your second trimester, but yeah, mine didn't until almost the third, so lucky me. The next one's a kind of an annoying one as well, needing to pee all the time, even when you don't have a full bladder, because the baby's pushing on your bladder and it just feels like you need to go, and then only a tiny bit will come out because yeah, there's just something pushing on it all the time, which has gotten worse since I've actually kind of had that since about 16, 17 weeks. Yeah, so more frequent urination. Achy pelvis is another one that I get sometimes, just feeling really heavy in my pelvis and uncomfortable. Yeah, just like everything's moving and adjusting and it's not that comfy. And also my tailbone hurts sometimes when I sit down and stand up, or sometimes when I'm sitting in a chair, it's a bit sore. But yeah, not that bad. Emotional, definitely more emotional. Definitely more emotional. Yeah, just, I don't know, I'm trying to think of like an occasion where I just wasn't coping. I think, yeah, the other night I was making dinner and it was just taking so much longer than I anticipated, and the pasta just wasn't cooking, and I was like already past the point of hungry. I was so hungry. I just broke down. I was so hangry and emotional, and I would not have reacted the way that I did. It just felt so intense and overwhelming. Oh my god, I can't explain it. I just get like sometimes just so overwhelmed by, oh, I don't know, and it just comes out and I just like start crying, and yeah, it's just intense. Yeah, I'm probably a little bit more irritable and moody. Probably less so now. I think I was more moody closer to the beginning of my second trimester, but I feel more calm now. Yeah, just way happier. I feel like, yeah, the further I get, like along I get now, I just feel like I'm like loving my pregnancy more and more. I honestly feel like it took a while for me to feel like I was getting my glow and just really feeling healthy in pregnancy, and yeah, that's only really started recently. So I'm just really excited for the next few weeks, 10 weeks or whatever, or maybe like longer than that, 12 weeks until baby's here. I know it's probably gonna get more uncomfortable the bigger I get, but yeah, I just feel really happy. I'm so excited to be a mom and to meet my baby, and yeah, what else? Just really enjoying preparing and setting everything up and getting everything organized. We're getting the baby furniture at the end of this month, which is really exciting. I just feel like everything's kind of all over the place, and once I get the furniture and we get the carpets cleaned, I can start like putting the furniture together, and it's just gonna make me feel so much better. So I'm really excited for all of it. Yeah, I can't wait for this third trimester. I'm loving it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope this helped if you're experiencing any of the same symptoms. Maybe you don't feel so alone, or you're wondering if what you're experiencing was normal. It is. Yeah, so I'll see you in my next video, and yeah, bye.